Rito fellas, lads and lasses. Now do. I don't really know too much. I was going to say Jamaican then. Don't know too much. Fucking Yorkshire. I've just realised I'm clashing with Harry, so everyone's watching him. Because nobody likes me. Nobody really likes me. And I've already noticed that Jaco's already done his review of this, so quite irrelevant. Who fucking cares, really? So, yeah, wait another. Well, I'm not sure. I think we're just ahead of schedule on this, so wait a couple minutes for people to join, because I'm talking to Nout, and Nacon's watching this, and all right, still getting used to this like dual setup. So this was the most Yorkshire sort of outfit that I could find, because I'm a fucking twat, essentially. I'm a rate knobhead, but don't matter, because it's all about the crack, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to stop doing that because it's quite stereotypical and could be borderline offensive, and I don't want to get cancelled. Plus, I like Yorkshire, and I don't want to be banned for taking the piss. But it's the closest thing I had to a northern outfit. But we'll take this off. That looks very camp, especially when you can see, the skin in between the t-shirt top and the bandana. I don't have a flat cap though, so the beret had to do, and come on, like Adolf Hitler's scruffy-haired nephew. We're off to a great start with this, but yeah, I'm doing this because it's so much easier to record a review live and then let it, upload after. So I'm talking to no one right now, except for you guys who are watching the playback. So let's get the chat ready, just in case anyone's daft enough to watch me talk about these bees. So yeah, pip to the post. So can't call this a YouTube premiere. But then again, who really gives two hoots, really, isn't it? It's not rate grading. Tell that out. So yeah, Northern Monk did and I've realised I've forgotten the crisps. So chat amongst yourselves, and I'll be right back. I suppose when people watch, I have to put the outfit back on now, don't I? So give me 1 second, because I've forgotten the crisps. We're rolling, lad. So yeah, great stuff. Stream's going off to a great start, in it. But then again, it is a Tuesday evening. So to anyone who's abandoned his live stream, first of all, why have you done that, and why have you come here? Because why should anyone ever watch my stuff? But also, thank you for taking away viewers from the stream. And I sort of like lost the shape of me, and it just don't fit right anymore. So we'll just have to try and deal with it, won't we? Anyway, so I look more like a Frenchman than a fucking Yorkshireman. But yeah, two of my favourite things in life are crisps. Helps if you have the microphone near your fucking mouth, you know. yeah. So two of my favourite things in life. Pussy, no joke. Crisps and beer. Well, we'll have a trifecta because I love coffee as well, but for the process of for the purpose of this stream, it would have to be beer and crisps. Fucking hell. I mean, I suppose I could get away with this being just a very loose flacker, but look at that. Look like a simpleton. I'm a bit simple, but aren't we all though? So, in fact, I'm just abandoning that because it looks daft. I'll never wear that outside. Don't know why I bought a beret. And, oh look, they look like Wurzel Gummidge. You know, what's going on with yeah. Anyway, why are people even jokingly watching this? I don't know. So, beer and crisps. And Seabrooks produced some absolutely beautiful crisps, including the two flavours here. What flavours did they have recently? They did a Henderson's relish flavour, which was just peng. They did a fish and chip flavour, which was really nice. A flavour that I don't see more that I absolutely adore was the Canadian ham. Fucking hell, that's good. That's a good flavour of crisps. And then he did the sort of like spicy stuff as well. Some of the spiciest crisps I've ever had. I tell you. And we've got James, Mr. James Rovlow. Good evening, sir. Hope you're doing well. If you've got a bit, hope you're enjoying it. But yeah, Seabrooks, they've been a family favourite for years. And Northern Monk, obviously. By the way, look at that. Do you know how I did that? Opening a fucking cardboard box. I degloved a tiny part of my finger. And I also sliced a part of my finger as well. Once again, just opening a cardboard box. How does that even happen? But yeah, so Northern Monk posted an April Fool's much in the same vein as the Henderson's relish beer that they did. And then, lo and behold, we've now got a Northern Monk X Seabrook collaboration. Not just one, but two. And the first one is the one that's getting the most notoriety, I would say. It's the cheese and onion lager. Let's see what it says. A crisp lager with sharp, full-bodied cheese and tangy onion. Nation's favourite crisp flavour and the nation's favourite beer in one can. Also available in Prawn Cocktail Gose. So, this has been brewed with cheese onion flavour, which is onion powder and lactose, salt, cheese powder, yeast extract, sea salt, garlic powder flavouring, acidic lactic acid, white pepper, and spice extract. So that's how they're going to be trying to mimic the cheese and onion. Now, they did a couple of bundles. Of course, you buy the can separately, but I opted to go for the bundles on each, where you got the beer, an actually really nicely designed glass, and of course, a packet of crisps. What more does thou want? What more doth thou want? And I think that might be a little bit more than Northern. We've got. You have to excuse me, my eyes are terrible. RIDRZ9, making a vomit face. I'm pretty sure you'll be spot on with that flavour profile. So they've done that one. And then they've also done. Get a tripod. Don't want a fucking tripod. Prawn Cocktail Gose. A crisp, sour, and salty Gose packing prawn cocktail No prawns were harmed in the making of this beer. 5% on this one and 5.4% on lager. So this is brewed using prawn cocktail flavour, which is sugar, acidity regulator, sodium, something, icing sugar, rice flour, sea salt, yeast extract, onion powder, salt, paprika extract, acid citric acid flavouring. So definitely to the Reinheitsgebot, that one. And just like that bundle, you yourself, again, really pretty glass. Now, if it didn't have the Seabrooks logo on, people would absolutely love that. But because it's got the Seabrooks logo on, I absolutely love it either way. So that, and then of course, a packet of the prawn cocktail. Now, because both of these are, let's face it, they're geeky beers, just a little bit tongue-in-cheek. Norfolk have done it before. The Henson's Relish, which was like a Bloody Mary porter, was absolutely gorgeous. I love that bit. It's really nice. I missed out on Aunt Bessie's ones they did. Of course, they do a series as part of their culinary adventures, as part of their patrons project. So, you know, it's not like this is a new thing. But it's not to everyone's tastes. Completely understandable. But yeah, threw another couple of beers in the order to, you know, justify doing this. And I'm looking forward to it. It's a little bit of fun. They did a little promotional video on Instagram about it, and yeah, I don't think they're expecting people to fall head over heels, you know, with this. And obviously, to cleanse one's palate in between beers, got myself some carbonated water. It's the only way I can drink water. I can't do still water, it's fucking awful. So, I'm not too sure which one I want to start off with first. I'm trying to think what, in my back of my mind, which one will have the strongest flavour. But I think, because out of the two, I think the cheese and onion lager is going to be the one that gets the sort of biggest reaction on social media. I'll tell you what's getting a bit warm here. So I'll take off my workman's jacket and you can check out my dungarees. Actually really warm to these dungarees. The legs still annoy me because they're baggy as fuck, but they're really comfortable and they're really handy for doing stuff like in the garden and things like that. Although it does somehow accentuate my breasts. So you know, I can't pull it off like all those cute girls on Instagram, but it's got a bit of a bottom crotch, so I can go to the toilet. So, you know, if I wanted to spice up my OnlyFans account, then get some dungaree videos up. Anyway, I do genuinely want a pair of corduroy dungarees now. So once I get paid, I'm gonna pick them up. Anyway, you don't want to hear me talk about my fashion dilemmas. So I think, as I said, because the cheese onion lager is going to be the star of the show in this, I'll start off with that one. And of course, we'll pair them with the crisps that they are inspired by. And I'll get the Untapped information up as well. And I'm doing my best not to smell this, because I want it to be as much of a surprise as possible. I've not watched Jake's video yet, but I'm sure he'll do a much better job than I could ever do. Fucking hell, you can smell it already. And I don't hate it. With a proper whiff in a minute. Or it could just be my feet, I don't know. Chop the legs off, make them into lederhosen. There we go. I was actually thinking of chopping the legs off and sort of like attaching them to a pair of skinny jeans. But I decided against that because of I'm not that skilled in that sort of thing. So what we're going to do now is we'll quickly get up the cheese and onion beer. So I hope everyone can see that, and hopefully there's no questionable pop-ups or half-naked ladies, even though I've got a backdrop of half-naked women on the stream. So the Seabrook Cheese and Onion Lager, Northern Monk Lager Pale, 4% ABV, 18 IBUs. No ratings yet. I mean, 6. I don't think they must not have enough ratings to give an average. So, pretty much got the same information, which is a bit of a letdown. I thought we'd get some interesting information there that wasn't already on the can. And we'll have a look at other people's opinions in a little while as well. So, let's get that. There we go. So, beer in the glass then. And it's pretty much as one would expect a lager to look like. The ingredients haven't somehow managed to add a colour to the beer. Look at very nice, this glass. I do like this glass actually. Not that I needed more glassware. I've got 2 glasses from Northern today, and I've got myself another Craftmaster from Cloudwater and one of their stemmed glasses. So 4 glasses for no reason. There was another couple of bundles where you got a t-shirt as well. But Northern Monk's extra large t-shirts, unlike their sweatshirts and their hoodies, don't fit proper extra large people such as myself, which is a damn shame. One finger's worth of a white head. Let's see what we get on those. Oof. That first initial whiff, it's not offensive, but it's a little bit strange. So, God, that must sound so annoying on the microphone. And I'm not talking about the voice. We might as well give a sniff. So these are actually straight from Yorkshire and not a supermarket. Not that they're going to taste any different. But let's have a sniff of these. Not much aroma coming from the actual crisps themselves to compare it to. It's just got that sort of like underlying cheese and onion sort of flavour, whereas this, it's a little bit more pronounced. Almost has like a sort of like sour cream and spring onion aroma. In fact, I'm getting a spring onion sort of aroma from this. You do get a nice sort of biscuity, bready malt. What's that? Have another sniff. Just for you, Freddie. They usually charge $10 a video to have a sniff of stuff. Sounds vile. It probably fucking is, to be honest. But I've had worse things in my mouth. Don't say shit like that. But yeah, it does smell like cheese and onion, with maybe a little bit more of a bready, biscuity aroma. And there's a nice sort of herbal hop profile as well. It even has sort of like a wild garlic. You only sometimes come through like a wooded area on your own at night time. Well, you were with someone as you were going into the woods, but you came back alone. We've all been there. It's sort of when you get that, when you put past like a wild garlic, like a selection of wild garlic plants. I'm not eating the nose. I'm really not eating it. Love Seabrook crisp, but intriguing. Yeah, as far as crisps goes, they're up there. Either way, I'm sure this will clear you out, definitely. Toilet might be interesting afterwards, because it might be coming out of both ends, you don't know. Anyway, I'm putting this off much, aren't I? dip your nose in for good luck. Let's see what it tastes like. Cheers, folks. Am I a bad person? I just want to ask this question. Am I a bad person? Because it's not bad. The flavours aren't as strong or as potent as I was expecting them to be. And the third thing that's springing to mind is like Eastern European spring onion flavoured Lays. Yeah, like Rob from Hobson says, the best. I mean, Seabrooks, beautiful crisps. But some of the best crisps you'll ever have in your life are crisps purchased from an Eastern European shop. And it reminds me of like spring onion and cheese Lays. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, go and tell. Well, I think I knew I was already going there anyway, to be honest. And I'm sure I'll be in good company some of the people I know. In terms of the lager side of things, it's got relatively sort of medium mouthfeel, nice level of crispness. Unfortunately, by the way, I did say that there might be an appearance for Crispy Boy, but he's just still lost. I can't even find his balaclava, which he usually leaves hanging around the house, because I think he'd really like this. But then again, he does like a stepsister porn. I don't get him. I really don't. Next question is, where in nations did you purchase such a beverage? I purchased this and the second beverage of the evening from Northern Monk. I think they're sold out now. I'm proud of that pun. Well, it should be. Because it was a good pun. I'm waiting for someone to say something so I could say, that'll be like the pot calling the kettle black. Because ketchup's a wrinkle under pressure. Sour cream and onion, that's what I was thinking of. I actually really don't mind this. It's something a little bit interesting. It's got an intriguing aftertaste to it. It could have just gone in a solely disgusting direction. But I think those flavours actually quite work in a beer. One thing I'll say is, I can imagine this tasting absolutely awful, but a lot worse when it warms up. But chill down. It's just that the one thing that does slightly put you off a little bit is it's when you take that sip and you breathe it. I mean, I'm saying this with a little bit of the beer drink. If I get down to the bottom of this, I'm probably going to be like, this is fucking awful. But as it stands, I don't mind it. So I think it's only fair that we have the crisp. You'll get like a chocolate donut stout that doesn't taste like a chocolate donut. Tell you what. it's nailed what it set out to do. Yes. They go together so nicely. I'll tell you what. I don't know what it says about me as a person, but this is not bad. This is not bad at all. I wanted it to be absolutely vile. I wanted it to be really disgusting, so you'd see a much more sort of like violent reaction. But I'm just drinking this, so I'm like, yeah, happy days. I do wish I'd picked up another can so I could try it out on other people, see what they said about it. But it's sort of like just having a lager and you're eating crisps. You know, sometimes you're eating and the flavours of your food mix in with the beer itself. Yeah. Not wrong with that. Not wrong with that at all. And all we need is what to do a ploughman's lunch beer. That'll be rate graded, that one. Another stereotypical and probably very incorrect attempt at a Yorkshire accent. I'm not sure about the drink. I'm off to swig down a used condom fully laden. That might actually taste like the next beer. Jaco says, Ina Peter, I'd spin the lager. It just kept more intense the warmer it got. I can imagine that. I'm getting that impression on this. Such a Matrix moment in that you're breathing. Are we all in the Matrix, though? Going to stop it now, and we're going to let it warm up a little bit. I mean, luckily, I've got some IPAs. If it gets a bit too much after the stream, and I need to rinse the palate out with a taste beer, which this is to me, it is tasty. It's not like blowing me away, but it's tasty. Gimmicky as fuck? Hell yes. Born out of an April Fool's joke, even though I think they have the whole intention of brewing this beer anyway. Perfect marketing. Sold out straight away. No one could get a good chunk of money for sales. And it celebrates two of Yorkshire's finest. Seabrooks crisps. Northern Malt. And something else that I like to do sometimes. Bit of Henson's relish. Shaking on some crisps. Job's a good one. Job's an absolute good one. Have you tried the Hazlitt flavoured beer? I have not. Hazlitt. That was a terrible attempt at a pun with Hazlitt. Who's going to brew a liver and onion stout? Do you know what I mean? I think that would work quite well. Anyway, so we'll have a quick look as to what the people of Untapped think of this. All like 6 reviews on there. Let's see. Show more. Nah, I can't be bothered logging. And the other phone just vibrated for no reason, which is very annoying. So, A.D said, lol, WTF it stinks, but tastes kind of like star ramen. Weird aftertaste I've had crisp. Fucking mental. Ha ha. He needs to clearly clean his glasses properly. Gave it a 3 out of 5. Not bad. Craig B didn't rate it. Kevin B, but they rated, gave it a 3 out of 5 as well. M, who gave this a 2.5. So, this was a weird one. You know that flavour after you eat cheese and onion crisps that sits in your mouth for a while? Well, it tastes like that. Very sweet, a bit cheesy, and a bit oniony too. Not bad. Probably really good on a hot day. it completely fall in line with that train of thought. And I think you've hit a nail on the head there. Lee T said, I'm only give this rating because it does what it says on the tin. The aroma is disgusting, like a jar of pickled onions that's gone off. Yeah, there's a bit of a pickled onion sort of vibe. Let's give that 1.25 out of 5. Dave says, the smell when you open the can was a nice surprise. It's definitely a crisp lager. They've got the smell and the taste of the crisps in there. Again, they nailed it. So I think the consensus is not bad so far. Be interested to see how it develops because it sold out. I think last time I checked, they only had like the big bundles worth. And it's like nobody's probably really going to buy that, just some individually. But it's nearly finished, my can. Yeah, not bad at all, in my opinion. But then again, I did want to say that I really enjoyed Green King IPA. Defo Market in Meaty Drinks. Yeah, definitely. Someone needs to do, or a brewery just needs to do a full series or just specialise in meat infused, meat inspired, and meaty brews, because I think I'd really like that. Where are the Bovril stouts? Do you know what I mean? You know, what about that? What about a suet pale? Or like an Oxford Cube brown ale? Do you know what I mean? You can do anything you want with beer, and it'll sell, and people will drink it. But yeah, I think considering this is mainly done for a laugh, I think they've really, really nailed it. Taste Cereal says no. Very few much, but I'm quite enjoying the tastes. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Well, I'll tell you what, those flavors are coming out a little bit more. It's warming up. Jesus. It's going to be interesting drinking that once I've tasted this one. Is it nice and cheesy? Just like my videos. So that was the cheese and onion lager. Success. I don't rate this anymore because I was giving so many beers 5 out of 10 out of 10, and I was just like thinking, any beer could be a 10 out of 10 on any given day. Looking at this screen on my laptop when there's the actual camera that's turned on, I've got a bit of a sweaty pit. Probably, I'm not going to smell me, don't worry. But probably wouldn't smell too distinct to the beer. I nearly did smell it then. I'm showered, don't worry. We're not going down that road. Although if you want to see my feet or at least smell them, that's a tenner, please. I do look a bit like a lesbian, don't I? In these dungarees. I don't know where that came from. So, next up, we're going to have a look at the Prawn cocktail Gose. 5% ABV. Prawn cocktails flavour, I've got to be really in the mood for it. It's not optimal sort of crisp flavour for me, but I do like a good prawn cocktail crisp. And Seabrooks, they nail the flavours that they portray, and I think they're probably one of the best crisp makers in the country. And there shall be some Chris Butty Show videos using Seabrook crisps. I've got an idea for to use the. I don't know if they still do them because I think there's like a limited run, but I've got. Oh, that's a bit weird. I've got an idea. So I feel just doing like a mild aneurysm as I'm talking. I've got an idea for a crisp butty using fish and chip flavoured Seabrooks. That may or may not involve fingers. But I've given too much away. So look out for another crisp butty video in about 6 months' time. And yeah, what about Saturday Night Slice? Not done those videos for a while. And hey, do you know what? The people are saying that this is weird. There's been actual beers brewed with frozen pizza. How's that hygienic? How's there been no food poisoning with some of these beers? Beers brewed with coins and money. How is that being like passed for human consumption? Anyway, I don't know. So yeah, we're going for the prawn cocktail. Gose. I love the branding on these guys. It's just perfect, and this glass is gorgeous. It really, really is. Seabrooks there, Northern Monk at the back. So let's give this a pour and see what we get. I think this is probably going to be the more sensible of the two beers, and I wasn't expecting it to be that colour. For some reason, I was thinking this was going to be a bit more pink, but of course it's got no pink fruits in, or like berries or anything like that. Anyway, beer in the glass then. I'm trying to avoid showing that finger because it looks fucking awful, doesn't it? So we'll cross our fingers while we hold this. I mean, I've got a plaster on there, so I might fucking step toe in the sun. Beer in the glass then. It's got a lovely sort of amber colour to it. And a little bit hazy. 1 finger's worth of a white head. Certainly looking like a good beer. So I'll look these from afar so it doesn't pick up too much on the camera. Because of course you got a pack of prawn cocktail crisps with these as well. I can't stress how good Seabrooks crisps are. Anyway, I just wish I could find the Canadian ham flavour a bit more often, if they still do it. So let's give this a sniff. It just smells like a generic Gose or sour beer. Mm-hmm. 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 I get that sort of like that garlic powder. Which, by the way, I fucking love garlic powder for cooking. I prefer using garlic powder than actual garlic when I'm cooking. Or I'm frying it off with chorizo and just putting pasta in it and then just like using the oil as the sauce. Oh, yes. Sort of like slight, like paprika-esque spiciness comes through on the beer. And I can't believe I ever thought I would be sat smelling crisps and beer at the same time. I've got a good life, mate. But the overriding sort of aroma on this is the actual sour aspect. You have to really, pick at give a good whiff and pick out those aromas. Unlike the cheese onion lager, which it's there straight away. But what's on the nose here smells really, really nice. And I'm starting to do that now where I'm getting bunged up in the nose. Even though I don't know how that's happening. I don't know what it's being bunged up with. I'm perfectly fine. I don't have a cold. I've just realised my banner thing's pretty much the same shade of pink. Isn't that nice? Coordinated. You fuckers don't realise how much effort I put into this. And I keep looking at the camera as if it's the secondary one and if it's the primary one. And that one's not even turned on. I mean, I can if you want me to. Look at that, a tale of two Peters. Nobody needs to see that. Looking out. Anyway, let's give this a taste, see what it tastes like. Cheers. Fucking hell. Before I've actually compared it to the Seabrooks prawn cocktail crisps, that to me, at this point, tastes pretty much identical to what I remember Seabrooks prawn cocktail crisps tasting like. And then you get that funkiness from the actual sour element of the beer coming through on the back end. That's really intriguing, though. I'm probably going to completely have my world shattered now, because these won't taste like what I think this tastes like. Do you know what I mean? Get a nice crisp. That's a revelation. No way. It's genuinely amazed me. That actually tastes like Seabrooks prawn cocktail crisps. Oh, Swansea 2 up. Thanks, random notification that I never actually wanted. Obviously, the Gose element comes through a lot more on the back end, but that initial first flavour, mate, that is pretty much as identical as you're going to get. That's actually a genuinely Ethan, Steve. So you joined me as I was stuffing my face. I'm not too bad, my friend. How are you? That's actually genuinely not a bad Gose beer. And it works. Like, as a beer, this works. I'm not sure if you were watching from the start, Steve, but I picked up the Seabrooks beers from Northern Monk. Cheese and onion lager, prawn cocktail Gose beer. Gimmicky as fuck. Both beers actually work as a beverage to drink. Oh, I'm good. Had to go shopping, which sucks. I've missed all the lives. Well, you've saved the best one till last. I keep pointing to because I've got my map on. And that's how I'm reading the comments. But I'm also thinking that this is the camera that's actually filming it when it's this one. But did you pick yourself up? Did you pick some beer up at least, Steve? No, we're not picking that one. I really like that. It's not as strong as it was, actually. But I am getting prawn cocktail. And in a beer style like this, I don't know if it shouldn't work, but it works really well. and it pairs. Both beers pair with their respective crisps perfectly. Scampi Fries. A Scampi Fries New England IPA. Could you fucking imagine? I don't think, because it's Smith's who makes Scampi Fries, isn't it? By the way, I didn't realise we've got Funyuns here in the UK. I've always wanted to try Funyuns, the American crisp. It's probably not the same thing. But mind you, isn't Smith's owned by Walker's now? The politics of crisps, you don't want to get into it. It's a dirty game. Let's see. Nope, I've got loads saved from online. Fucking hammers. What do I like the crisps then? Well, I don't know, because I'm sure these are available pretty much nationwide. Seabrooks. Yeah, they just make really good crisps. And Northern Monk have made crisps beer out of both flavours. Cheese, onion, prawn cocktail. Right. I like the crisp father. Yeah, I misread the comment at first, I see, sorry. The Gose definitely tastes like the prawn cocktail crisps. The cheese and onion lager, it's kind of, it may be a little bit more potent than the actual crisps themselves, but it does remind me of Eastern European sour cream and onion crisps, Lay's, and it's probably because I'm a disgusting piece of shit, but I really like both beers. I'm waiting for the cheese and onion lager to warm up a little bit so those flavours might come out a little bit more. Might be a completely different story, but I tell you what, I'm quite impressed with both of these beers. And I don't think I'll have to wash my mouth out with the other beers after this, although I really want another beer after this. But I've got nothing chilling in the fridge, so I don't really want to have a room temperature IPA. But hey ho, it is what it is. It's a school night anyway, so I don't really be drinking at all, should I? Nope, I've got loads them for my live on Sunday. It's bloody lovely. Yeah, cool. The same as the flavour. Yeah, no, I think they've done a really good job of matching these flavours and making something that I actually think is quite palatable. So I'm all for these sort of like weird and wonderful sorts of beers because it's just enjoyable. It's a bit of a laugh, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. You know what I mean? But if you really like it, then you've got two very very well brewed beers with a bit of a unique twist. So we'll quickly see what is being said about the prawn cocktail crisps on Untapped. 6.5%. It's not 6.5%. It's 5%. God, whoever's listed this, terrible. Absolutely terrible. 4 check-ins, 15 IBUs. I don't think that's correct. Let's see. Oh, our good friend Eddie again. A much palatable beer, cheese and onion. A very salty Gose, mince the onion. Still smells in this now. Fucking honks. 4 out of 5. At least they've got a cleaner glass this time. I'm not shaming him, by the way. Oliver C says, a little light on the prawn cocktail, but otherwise passable. I wish they dialed this up to be really fishy. Quite certain how this flavour profile is going to go. You'll like it a bit fishy sometimes. Kevin B gives this just shy of 4 out of 5. And then Lee T says, nowhere near as bad as the cheese and onion. I don't really get much prawn or onions, but not massively overpowering. I don't really get too much. Oh, first class. Getting a bit of a promotion there and Untapped. It's probably just targeted adverts, isn't it? More than anything else. Nice in contact interactions during the biggest. Oh no, too late. #1 backup in recovery, Microsoft 365. I bet that's going to take you straight to Malware City. So, yeah, I mean, it's still very early days in this. I think people have only just really got hold of the beer today. But yeah, interesting viewpoints. It seems that onion is very common as a flavour profile in both beers. Got some kitchen towel, wet the towel and put it on the can, then put it in the freezer for 5 minutes. There we go. I'm after my own heart. Although knowing me, I'll completely forget that I've got a beer in the freezer. And then I've got a catastrophe on my hands. But I might just do that. Because I'm in the mood for an IPA. Even though I'm not buying IPAs as much as I should be. It's just a lie. I'm lying to people. And more importantly, I'm lying to myself. But yeah, I'm getting bugged up again for no reason. And it's sounding like I've got a cold, but I haven't. I've done that before. Oh, trust me, around Christmas time, I had quite a catastrophe with what I thought was a broken fridge freezer. So, for like days, because our fridge freezer broke around Christmas time, which is all good. Couldn't have happened at a better time. And so the freezer wasn't freezing, and it was pretty much at the same temperature as the fridge. So while we were waiting for a new freezer, we thought it'd be a good idea because we had loads of beer for Christmas. Why don't you just put it in the freezer? It's not working properly. And wouldn't you fucking know? The freezer started to work again. So pretty much all the beer in there had become frozen. Luckily, none of the beer spoiled, and I had a mini keg in there as well. I've been so fucking pissed off because there was quite a bit of money's worth of beer, well, for my sort of price range anyway. Fucking hell, you just look at some of the fridges on Untapped of like just the whole fridge full of beer. I'll never be able to afford to fill a fridge with beer. But it was, let's just say I spent a bit more on beer than I usually would because I'm tight-fisted. It's that wannabe Jewish side of me. Because everybody, since Kirby Enthusiasm, everybody wants to be a New York Jew. It's probably classed as an offensive joke, but I apologise. Harry from Blue Nose Beer Reviews says COVID. So, like, no such thing. Pandemic. Fuck off. And it's allergies, mate. Do you know what? It could well be. I never used to suffer with what's it called? I said HIV then. Fuck off, Peter. I never used to suffer with oh my god, what is it called? Like pollen. What is that? I need to look that up because it's going to annoy me. I'm sure a comment will come through before I've actually looked it up. So thank you in advance. Because again, my brain's just stopped working. terminology. Hay fever. Thank you, Stephen. Hay fever. Yeah, I never used to suffer from hay fever about 3 or 4 years ago, but now I get it all. Whenever the season changes, even you probably shouldn't be really getting hay fever. I get it, and it's annoying me. Myxomatosis says how. Both Steve and Carsaju78 said hay fever. So, yeah. We've got the last little bits. I keep fucking holding up to that camera. I've got the last little bits of the cheese and onion lager. It's warmed up a little bit. Let's see if it's changed. Hay fever has increased. TEF. I get that it starts from about all the way to September. It's fucking annoying. Having a cold's so annoying. It's one of the most annoying sort of ailments you can get. Of course, there are people who suffer from, life-threatening diseases and things like that, which I would never wish on my worst enemy. After losing some in the family fairly recently. But do you know what I mean? It's just, you can never get comfy. You just have to power through it. Medicines don't work. But anyway. Hay fever's increased the fold due to pollution. Okay. That makes sense. It's worse, but it is the itchy eyes. Definitely. I fucking hate that. Runny nose as well. But that's just a mild annoyance. So we've got the cheese onion lager, which is warmed up a little bit. Oh god, it's coming out a bit more on the nose. So it smells like cheap cheese and onion crisps. No. The emphasis on the onion, that big spring onion aroma is coming through. I've got a feeling this is going to take shit now. Bottoms up. I'm not going to try it. It's not an animal. Oh, fuck it. All of a sudden, it's just become flavourless yet nasty. Yeah, we've got a can of this. I've just realised that me and MacBooks, even though it's plugged in, the battery's still low. Hang on, it is plugged in. I don't know what's going on. This MacBook's fucked. As some of you guys already know. Well, apparently that doesn't work anymore. Yeah, that's just gone. Just like that. That is actually undrinkable. It started off good. Interesting. But if you've got a can of this, drink it fast. Because it doesn't taste too bad while it's chilled down. But yeah, bounce up. I can see where Jake's come from now. I knew it would go in that direction. Although Dr. Monk, I'm not going near these two. Those glasses are awesome. Yeah, I do really like the glasses. I think you can still get the glasses on their web shop. I would say, though, this does actually taste like a really well-made Gose beer. There's nothing too insane in there. And prawn cocktail flavours actually really work without it being too sickly or in your face. But yeah, the cheese and onion one started off really promising, but just those last couple of tastes, ugh, no tar. But the actual sourness of this is coming through now. It's not sour, but it's just got. I get a little bit bored of Gose beers. when they're not fruited. So I think I've drank enough of each beer. I don't really feel like finishing either of them off. Are they worth a go if you can get hold? Yeah, it's a bit of fun. Bit of laugh. Be a good trick to play, especially the cheese onion lager. If you've got people in the garden and it's your time to get a drink from the fridge, put a bit of that in the lager. I mean, you can't go wrong with Seabrooks crisps. Another absolutely wonderful product from Yorkshire. And definitely God's country. And I think Northern Monk have done a really good job on these beers. If you want something a bit different, a little fun, a little bit tongue-in-cheek, didn't break the bank to buy either beer. I got both of the sort of gift sets for £9 each, which isn't bad considering you get glass with them as well. So I'm happy. I'm glad I gave it a go. Wouldn't buy again though. Once you've tried, that's enough. Yeah, not too bad. Although I could imagine some people that have just one sip this and almost being sick straight away. But I think it works. Although I've got a feeling it's gonna linger on my breath. There's nothing worse when you wake up after you've had a couple of drinks and you can taste whatever food you've had the night before, even if you've brushed your teeth. It's awful, isn't it? Some of the flavours you get when you're hungover. Do you like North Brewco beers? I do indeed. I'm a big fan of North. Another fantastic Yorkshire-based brewery. But I've not had anything really from them for a while. I mean, I've got because they did that triple IPA with Dave, so I got that. That with the glass shock horror and the beer and the sort of big poster. That was really good. I do like North. I like North a lot. I like them an awful lot. Fuck off. I was telling myself to fuck off then, by the way. Which, speaking of fucking off, I think I'm going to love you and leave you, you wonderful people. Thank you for joining me on this. Unfortunately, I didn't vomit anywhere. I didn't spit beer out in disgust. If anything, the opposite happened. I enjoyed what I was drinking. But yeah, the cheese onion lager, as one would expect, definitely tastes better when it's still chilled and not at room temperature. Because it's just fucking awful when all those flavours have nothing else to mask them. But worth a go, it's a nice bit of fun. And I would definitely suggest people give it a try if they can get hold of them. But yeah, so I'm going to love yous and leave yous. Cheers for watching. Go check out Northern Monk, one of my favourite breweries. The Entrance Project is one of my favourite series. I like their whole collaboration stuff. They've worked with some really good chefs, got some really good food inspired beers as well. And yeah, it's good to see, companies like Seabrooks getting in on this sort of action as well. So interesting to see what other projects there are in the future. Anyway, Northern Monk make great beer, Seabrooks make great crisps, and I make absolutely fantastic quality content for my subscribers, which is very much why. But I appreciate each and every one of you who come by and watch. I've been live 3 times today, fucking hell. Anyway, I think people are sick to death. I mean, they're probably sick to me as soon as I upload my first video, to be honest. I know it is what it is. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. You all take care. Cameras decided to fall. Ended on a bang. Fucking mental Tuesday evening. While everyone else is going to the pubs, I'm fucking sat in my bedroom. I'm not lonely, I swear. And it's